Oh, and then do we do the astrology after?
Hey, we are live.
Hey! Hi, everybody. Welcome to May. Can you believe it? I don't know. I don't know what happened to this year. I just feel like we just woke up to 2023 and we're already in May. Maybe it's because it's Mercury retrograde. I don't know. But anyway, hello. What do you want to say, Mark?
Let people get on, Colette.
Oh.
We only have a few on right now.
Okay. Well, it's so great to see everybody.
There's 14 people.
14 live souls. Let me find out where you are from. Like, where are you sitting in the world? Where are you in the world?
Hey, South Carolina.
I'm coming there. I'll be right there. I'll be there on Wednesday.
I'm going to join you, Colette. So
Are you going to join me?
out. Yeah. So everybody tell us where you're from.
You tell me.
Happy May Day. We have Rebecca from England.
UK is in the house.
Yeah, Eugene Fernandez from. You can see them on your screen right now.
Yeah, but I can't read them because they're
so
tiny.
Small.
Because I'm sitting in front of a big camera, and you guys are this weeny. I still can't see it. You know what? I have my glasses on.
Oh, okay.
You have to play with me, Mark, and tell me where people are from.
Oh, I just closed the window. Oh my God.
Oh boy, this is definitely a retrograde moment. It was so funny, you guys. I woke up this morning kind of cuckoo in the head, and I had to look up my astrology to realize that I had all this Uranian planetary stuff that was happening. As my husband was looking at me going, "What's in you today?" And I don't know. So it always helps to know what's in the sky and the stars, what's going on. So may I start, Mark?
No, you have to
No,
wait.
not yet. Okay. But you know what? Before we start, I'm going to tell you a little bit of what's happening tomorrow. Yay! 2 major things is happening tomorrow. 1, I'm excited to share season 3 of my podcast, Inside the Wooniverse, is officially out tomorrow. Chock full of inspiring conversations about energy work with Lee Harris, and Moonology with Yasmin Boland, animal communication with an amazing Michael R. Burke, and so many more cool people are going to be talking with us. So go to itwpodcast.com to listen. I'll mention it again at the end. And also, for those of you who don't know, or for those of you who are sitting on the fence, join me tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My absolute favorite thing to talk about is the spirit of your business. It's something I used to do for some very, very successful clients over the years. That was kind of the mainstay of my business over the past few years before I started Oracle School. And now I realize, you know what? What if I just gave away all the secrets that I was doing with those guys to you? So it's a metaphysical course all about the metaphysics of mindset, metaphysics of money, marketing, and manifesting. So it's all about getting to know the spirit of your business. If you haven't watched the boot camp, it was totally free. You should check it out. This is not your average business class. So it's perfect for solopreneurs or entrepreneurs, or even just for life. Honest to God, what I'm going to be showing you can be applied just to your life, even if you don't have a business. So it's welcome to all.
Hey, Colette.
Yes, Mark?
Do you want to fix your shirt up a bit?
What's wrong with my shirt? I can't see.
And just pull it down.
Oh, my favorite shirt. It's like pajamas. Okay, hang on. I should just close it. That'd be good. This is my most favorite flannel. It's still cold here, May 1st, and it's cold and rainy and yucky, so I wear it's my favorite shirt. Okay.
Yes.
All right, Mark, can we start with the readings?
Yes.
Okay.
We have plenty of people on here.
Plenty of people now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to tell you what these are. So we are using the Dreamweaver's Oracle. And again, thank you so much for those of you who are giving me reviews. It's really important to the algorithm on Amazon. Nobody sees my deck if you don't review it. So yay, thank you. Even very grateful how many good reviews, of course, wank. So, and I'm excited about this deck, and I'm going to be using it for this month. Now, what does that mean? What am I going to be doing? So I made my living as a predictive reader for 25 years before I moved more into the prescriptive viewpoint. So I like to mix them. And what that means is basically it's a weather report. It's an energetic weather report week by week. And then you can determine how you're going to work with that energy. Everybody is different. You might be in a different position than somebody else. You might be going through different things. Likely you will. Everyone is unique. So this is kind of like, I'm in the umbrella of this energy. What is my highest good here? And so I'll be talking about this for the collective, and then you'll figure it out for yourself individually, because tomorrow is the Astro Oracle reading, and then you'll be able to see how the two can fit together, and it's quite personal. So that's going to be good. And so I do it week by week because I'm finding that it's actually more accurate to do that. And we've gotten phenomenal feedback from you guys. And so we're going to do that. So I'm going to start with week 1. We are in Mercury retrograde. Today is the day we start. So we all know what that means. Now, that's one of the reasons we launch our courses during Mercury retrograde. People think I'm cuckoo because, it's like it's a perfect time to regroup and rethink things and revisit, and this is what we're all being required to do right now. It is in Taurus. We are in Taurus, right? So this is Taurus season. And that's about money and how you make a living and the touchy parts of your life, things that you can touch, legacy, etc. Your environment, like where am I sitting right now? So it's slow, and we are seeing some upsets right now in terms of the financial sector and things like that. But this is all a cleansing, just so you know. So you don't look to the world and go, oh my God, the sky is falling, Chicken Little. It's not falling. It's just a regrouping, and we are moving towards, and again, it sounds so new age gobbledygook when I say we're moving to a better time, but we actually are, even though it appears that a lot of things haven't changed, certainly not quickly enough. But there's lots going on behind the scenes in the hidden realms we don't know. So let's look at this week now that there's lots of people here. So we start the week with card 24. Oh, good. You're going to use the upside up camera, the right side up camera. Okay. Mark, is this even? Mark's Moon in Virgo. No, that's not even.
That's good enough.
Is it good enough? Okay, good enough for Canada. Here we are. All right, so the center card is always the anchor, and the center card is when the weavers built the sun. This is about optimism. So this is also about illumination. When we think about how the sun, gives us life, and it's a bright light, and it shines upon us. So when we are, entering into May, I love May Day, we think about spring. I know down under you guys think about the autumn, but it is a really major change of season, and we start to actually see the results of those things. So right now, during this retrograde, what is being illuminated are the cracks in the foundation, right? So this is for everybody. But what flanks it is, hello, Spirit's going to send you signs. Like, I ask for billboards. I do not like subtle hints. Just give me a freaking billboard, show me a sign, make it really obvious, right? So we are going to get signs. We are going to experience signs. We've been asking for this. Show me. And the universe is showing it to us. And what this card tells us is we've actually had to slow down long enough to look, to notice, right? Now here, it's weavers share their magic tea. So remember, the mythology of this particular deck is that there are these weavers that live in the cosmos before the world had begun, and they were here to help us weave our dreams into reality. And so the magic tea is the inspirations and the wisdom that comes to us, not from something outside of us. It exists inside us already, and we start to listen and learn and see, and we're going to have good information come to us this week. So if you are trying to get something off the ground and you've been wondering, like, wow, I feel stymied, this is going to show you the next right action or the path forward. You won't have to guess. And it also enables you to have some more faith, because this is also part of this. The magic tea is our faith. And it's requiring us to have faith, even if what we see in front of us is not the ideal scenario that we thought we wanted. Okay? So let's go to the next week. Right, Mark? Mm-hmm. So we start the second week of May. I don't have the exact dates, so we are going to do that. Mark, you can look up the dates. Maybe not. You guys can look up. No, we'll put it on. We'll put on the video. My team will put on the dates. That's correct. Okay, so I love this. So this is next week. Now we are, next week is, I think it's the 7th or 8th. We start that week. And that's the last week of Mercury retrograde. I always like that last culmination week in the middle of the bridge. This is really a beautiful card that reminds us that we have a lot to learn from the other side, quote unquote. So there is no other. This is what the card is telling us. There is no other. So we are unified in consciousness. We are absolutely unified. We may not be unified on an individual level because, of course, there is division and divisiveness and all of that energy that goes along with that. And this is much more about a neutral acceptance of, quote unquote, the other. And understanding that unity is super, super important next week. And again, the consciousness of unity, which means that when you are pointing the finger at the other, that exists in you too, in all of us too. So this is a beautiful opportunity for us to remember that we really are one humanity, and how do we participate in that when we see so much division, suffering, and you know what I'm saying, division and suffering. Okay, so on the other side of this is a flow, right? So this is my favorite card in the deck, art-wise, one of my 3 favorites. If the river flows this way. This is the first card that Joel had sent me as on a napkin, on a napkin. So if the river flows this way. So what helps us here is that there is a natural energetic in next week that brings us forward, even if there's a detour involved. It's meant to show us different vistas so that we're not stuck in a rut anymore. We're moving. This is a card of movement. So next week, we're going to feel the movement out of that kind of stymied feeling that often accompanies a retrograde, where, like computers break down and we have the natural kind of, the plane is late, etc. And of course, I'm traveling during Mercury retrograde. What are you going to do? But it's that sense of like, ooh, I'm moving out of this now. What did I learn? What am I doing? And so this is also compromise. So this helps us to compromise. It gives us a lot more sense of flow. It's a lot more ease. So like, for example, the difference between prosperity, which is all about flow, versus wealth, which is about accumulation. And because this is a Taurus thing, and this is that Taurian subject matter, we're looking about, prosperity is something that is different than acquisition and accumulation, and we want prosperity. This is about a flow and different ways of being in the world, and better relationships and things. And we're kind of realizing that, you know what, I'm going to have to do something different. Very doable though. Like next week is very hopeful. If a cat curls around the moon is about independence, and not independence meaning I am here, you're there. It's about releasing enmeshments. So I always find Mercury retrogrades really great to look at how sticky relationships have become. Recently, I've been reading my friend Ken Honda's book, Happy Money, and that's what I'm going to be talking about also in The Spirit of Your Business, which is really about our relationship. Are we sticky with it? Or do we allow a flow? Where do we impose all these old past ideas on things, and we get really super enmeshed with our old stories when the past does not have to define our future? It's just a guidepost, not a hitching post. So this says, I can be interdependent with others. I can learn and have nuanced discussions. How different is that going to be? And also I can find, where could I meet in the middle? Where could I make win-wins happen? Right? Win-wins. That's win-wins in your personal life, in your business life, in your job, with your neighbor. This is all about like, okay, there's a way for us to come to the center. Now, again, remember, we are all co-creating our incredible lives within this bubble of dissonance and chaos and confusion that is global, but we have to be very careful not to define ourselves by that and say, oh, I'm going to wait till everything behaves until I see all the things that I wanted to work out before I actually step into my life. You can't wait for that. So both and are going to happen. Both will see stuff, and our lives can be better. And then as you get more in alignment with your highest good, especially next week, again, it's much more about harmony next week. We bring in harmony. Ask yourself, how can this be harmonious? That's the question no matter what. And then you automatically bring that frequency to the larger frequency of the world. And I don't know if you've seen those YouTube videos of when the metronomes get together, right? So one goes da, 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 and then they all go blah, 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 all over the place, la, la, la. And then all of a sudden, they start getting into harmony as one more adds to the next, and then you like the imaginal cells of a butterfly too. It doesn't take absolutely every person on the planet to go like this. It just takes a small concentrated few. So be part of that. If you're watching this video, you are part of that. So, and now let's look at the third week of May. Are we having fun, Mark?
Yes.
Excellent. How are the people saying? Are they saying good things?
Yes.
Awesome. You can always jump out and say what they're saying. Comments if you want. Okay. Oh man, I love the art in this deck. Joel Nakamura is so brilliant, so brilliant. You may have seen his work on these giant Nike posters and things like that. He's done a lot of really big things too, and amazing, 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 amazing. Okay, so center of the card is when the weavers call your heart. Okay, this is the third week. We're now out of Mercury retrograde. But we're still in the shadow phase, and we're asking ourselves, what did we really learn? Well, we learned that we need an open heart, right? So this is all about slowing down to love more, to love ourselves more, to share our love with others, to not try to scramble to acquire and, to I'm scared, da, da, da. No. This is all about being open-hearted and open-handed. Ooh, those are my fingers. Hey, boop. I'm so funny. I'm like, I know what a camera looks like. Never mind. Okay. When the witch must drink their brew. Okay. So you know how you say, tell other people, have faith and trust in the divine. And, I know I'm a powerful co-creator, but somewhere inside that voice goes, well, yeah, it's going to work for them and not for me. And, I better control, and all this kind of stuff. And this is basically saying, no, we are going to really actually act as if we totally believe. So we act as if and even if there's a little bit of fear, we have to have the courage to open our hearts. Now, this is the best card for the wind that blows our sails. Spirit's always bringing our dreams to us. It's just that the world has to coalesce and things need to change in order to accommodate what we say we want and we also have to become that person. And retrogrades always allow us this opportunity to become new again, to look at things it's like a decluttering. It's like every retrograde to me is a house cleaning and a rebuilding, right? So this is the rebuilding now. Woo, what do we do now? So this is great. Also, it shows more love coming to you. That means I think there's going to be that moment where there's a relief in the world, a real sense of relief. And you can ask yourself too, again, your question to ask yourself in all areas is, how can I bring love to this and compassion? Sometimes compassion is tough love. Sometimes the compassionate thing to do is to actually say no and set better boundaries, right? So say, you know what, this isn't working. And then it really, you're not putting out mixed messages to the world around you, including with other people, because we really do teach other people how to treat us. Although I will say that that kind of is not a rule that seems to apply on social media. Everybody seems to use social media as a vomit bag. But I digress. We do need to be here, otherwise we wouldn't get to know each other, right? So there's some beautiful things there too. Let's focus on the beauty and don't pay any mind to all the stuff that gets thrown at you, if any. Now let's look at the last three, which I love. These last three cards. Okay, what's in the center? Yes, Okay, so what happens to us in the cusp? So we know that the end of May, half the week is the last few days of May, and then we enter into June. So I'm going to just do the beginning of the week. This is amazing. So those last few days of May, as we enter into Gemini, is about like your dreams, like thinking about them. Let your dreams be woven true. Be honest with yourself about the things that you want to co-create in the world, and don't do it because somebody else has it. Get back into that unique quality. Like you were here as a unique idea of the divine, and the divine needs you to express itself in the outer world. We'll be doing this in my class as well too. So like, what is your unique dream? And it's okay to have it, because some people are, well, who am I to have that dream? Like, who are you not to have that dream, right? So that's, ooh, there's a lot of noise upstairs. So when the grit became a pearl is over here, which is awesome. This tells us that all that crap we've been going through, right? Without grit, there is no pearl. So nothing is ever wasted. So when you have had a difficult time, when you've been really challenged, and I know as an empath, like I've been super challenged by the energies of the world, because I'm that healer type, and I know many of you are too. You want to help, you feel like you can't do enough, etc. And that can be a little egoic also. Do what we can, and be honest about what you can and what you cannot. Just know you have to do one small thing, just one small thing. And then that pearl starts to come because you have learned the lessons, and this becomes your talisman. It is totally invaluable. It's such a brilliant thing. Nothing is ever wasted. And the pearl helps you identify this better. And this is only weavers know the time. This is about surrendering that compulsive need to know, when is it going to happen for me? When's he coming? When are they coming? When is it going to happen? When is the money coming? Well, when is this going to be a big success? When am I going to make the big impact in the world? When? We have to let that go. We have to be completely surrendered to the when and the form. So as we move into, oh, you're making more noises, Mark. As we move into Gemini at the end, and I bring up astrology because it is a really reliable map for us, time-wise, cycles, things like that. I'm an astrology buff. I don't consider myself an astrologer, but I know enough about it to know these are really important cycles, and they do impact us also.
You know enough to be dangerous.
I do know. I know enough to be dangerous. That's right. And I know enough to get along really well with my astrologer friends, because we know what we're talking about. Okay, so this is awesome. So we know that there's been some pain. Let's not lie to ourselves, right? I am not your spiritual bypasser. This is nobody gets away with it. It's always love, light, and shadow. Lots of shadow. We do the work. We don't bypass, but we also don't identify. It's super important that this retrograde you have learned something. That is, I do not have to identify with the troubles, with the challenges, with the cray and the chaos and the and like, don't forget too, we're basically only shown the pain, suffering, etc. in the world because that's what sells. We don't get to see how much incredible beauty is in the world. You literally have to unplug and go find it, because that's the way our culture is set up. But ultimately, at the end of the day, there's been pain, let's be honest. And you've done the work, otherwise it wouldn't be the pearl. And the work is all about trusting that within you is enough honesty and rigorous honesty to make the changes that you need to make, which is all about self-love in the end. It's all about opening your heart to yourself, making the amends where you know is true, not selling yourself short to make other people happy. Don't dim your light. Recognize where you've been responsible and all that. Understand the relationship you have with money and your identity and how you operate in the world, and not be scared. We're all in this together. We all strapped into this roller coaster when we were born. Every single one of us chose to be here, even though we wonder why. And people look at my life and think, oh my God, all the trauma, the victimization, all that stuff. And I'm having an amazing time, right? So it's all a matter of how the story that you tell yourself and the way you identify yourself. Your self-identity is key, and you're going to regroup around that this month of May. Okay. What do you say, Mark? Let's hear some.
Don't we have a Cusp week?
Oh, I did the Cusp week already. That was the Cusp week.
Oh.
That was the 5th one. Was everybody watching?
What's
that was the Cusp.
cards on the top there? That was the
Those
fourth
were the
week.
ones we just did. No.
Look, you got 3 more. Also.
Oh, I am wrong.
That
Boy,
was the
I have
fourth week.
my brain is not working. Okay, so let's go the very last cusp week. So that's still entering Gemini. That's still. Thank you, Mark. Yes, I'm cheating. Okay, what happens in the cusp? I love it. Okay, so here's what the cusp week brings us. Sorry about that. Okay, so we can't edit this. You guys are live, but you understand I'm human. But you know what? Why not? Here we go. So what did we learn? We learned that we cannot listen to the negative self-talk, the talk that says we're unworthy, we're scared, Chicken Little is our middle name, we're victims, even though we may genuinely be victimized by something, we're refusing to take on the mantle of victim. We are victorious because we are choosing the inner peace while we deal with the outer world. We are shedding our skins. So last week, again, which was the 4th week, we are out of Mercury retrograde. I just want to go back to that other reading. We are remembering what is our dreams. Wait a sec, I'm going to regroup, etc. And now here we are entering into the, again, full on in Gemini, bingo. Oh, what am I thinking about? No. I want to think well. If the wild ones come with sticks, it's time for me to listen to the voice of peace within and self-love. And when the birds sing gratitude.
Oh, hold on, Colette.
What?
I have to stop.
Why?
There's a person called Moon Girl Readings, Alawo, is spamming everybody here on the reading.
Oh, we
such.
don't like spammers. Why are you spamming us? Well, that could be a bot.
No,
Could be a bot.
No, they're just a person.
Oh, why would
Just
you do that?
ignore her. We
Yeah.
don't know who she is. She might be one of those spammers that just
What is
are
she
there.
asking us for?
She's asking everybody to
come and get a
inbox.
reading?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yes,
no.
bad girl.
Bad girl.
Moon
That's-
girl is a bad girl.
Moon girl, no girl. You
No
want-
one get a reading
Nobody,
from Moon
no,
Girl.
Moon girl, go away.
Moon Girl is terrible. We don't know if she's good or if she's
One
bad.
of my team should be blocking her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no good. No bueno.
Yeah, someone on our team, please get
And what
rid
about
of Moon
well,
Girl.
how about the other people? Are they getting distracted by this?
No, just
okay,
us
fine.
bringing that up.
Okay,
So
yeah,
we're
so don't-
talking about the cusp
Yeah,
reading.
let's go back to the cusp reading and Moon Girl go away.
Yeah.
Listen, people can be desperate, right? They come to our pages and they think they're going to get something, and we don't support that. But we also recognize your desperation, but you should go do that somewhere else and not on someone's page. If you're really the real deal, people are genuinely going to find you, get a reading from you, and word of mouth is everything. They will tell their friends because you were really good. So if I could give you that tiny bit of advice, Moon Girl, that would be the best one that I would give you. If you're serious about this, this is not the way to go about it. Okay, and let's just send you love and light and shadow.
No, yes.
I'm sending you some shade, baby girl. Okay,
You're
here
nice.
we go.
Yes, you're nice. I won't be nice about it.
That's okay.
Go
I don't.
away, Moon Girl.
Yeah, okay, fine. So let's not waste people's time with this. So let's talk about the whole point of what is our abracadabra at like moving into June. The abracadabra is thank you, right? Thank you for showing me my negative self-talk and how when I get into an alignment with a different set of ideas in my own mind, and then it impacts my nervous system. And then because my nervous system is back online and it's good, I'm then able to make better decisions and I can follow the destiny, the path that is in my highest good instead of the one that's going to keep me in a loop of learning the things that I actually don't want to keep learning, right? That's really what we're learning about this month. Okay, so again, you can go back over this video and check out the week-to-week readings, or we'll probably post the sections. I'm sure my team is going to do that.
Yes.
Don't forget, tomorrow is season 3. What?
Yes, season 3, just the podcast.
Just season 3 of Inside the Wooniverse. We have Humble the Poet. We have Yasmin Boland. We have Michael R. Burke, Animal Communicator. We have Lee Harris, talking about channeling. So cool. Anyway, you'll really enjoy it. It's a great season upcoming. All right. Shall we say goodbye, Mark?
Yes, we should say
Time for me to
goodbye.
go to OCM. Hey, for those of you guys who are in my membership site, cbrlove.com is where we are heading next to the Facebook room to do the monthly reading for you. I'll see you in there in a couple minutes. Or is it a couple minutes or 11:11?
At 11.
At 11:11 Eastern. If anybody else wants to join us, go to cbrlove.com and sign up. It's $22 a month. Be there.
Bye.
Bye.